Hello and welcome to Kula Yoga Shala's teacher feature interview. This is for February of 2013, and this month we're sitting down here on a nice cool Sunday morning with Melanie Brown in the garden. And if you have not yet been to Melanie's class, you can find her at Kula on Mondays at 11 a.m. teaching an eclectic hatha practice. So thank you so much, Melanie, for being here and doing this morning with me and taking time to give everybody a little bit of sense of you and your yoga practice and your yoga teaching. Yeah. So I thought maybe a good place to start would just be to give people a sense of how you found yoga in the first place.
Yeah. Well, I've really only been doing it for about 3.5 years, and I started off in a gym, but with some really marvelous, very talented teachers, and spent a long time doing one-on-one classes with the gym owner, which actually led me to teaching there. I took some minor training through the gym and led me to teach there. I just originally just enjoyed how it made me feel physically. There was really nothing quite like it in all my experience, how I would feel physically. But then after I started teaching, I decided to take a real teacher training, which led me to Scott, and then the discovery of really how deep and fulfilling and meaningful the complete yoga could be, and not just a physical feeling, but also a mental calmness, a state of centering, and just having had the universe bring me to Scott and Mary and Kula was a true blessing, because I did find the true meaning of yoga through that, and I feel very blessed to be teaching.
So sweet. Thank you so much. And the cool thing, I guess, about all that is now you're teaching, and now you're bringing that same thing to other people.
Yeah, and there's really nothing like that. That's the biggest joy for me. I have a couple of ladies that come to my classes here at Kula on a pretty regular basis, and they're older ladies, and to see their progress and their joy, and they're really I'm not much more advanced than they are as far as a physical practice goes, but to see these two ladies advance and get to go home and tell their grandchildren all the wonderful things they're doing, that for me is really what yoga is to give it to those ladies. Scott, in his teacher training, really said something poignant for me, and I originally thought, well, who was I to be a yoga teacher, that there was so much to impart, but who am I not to share this, and who am I not to give it and to share it? And that's truly the joy that I find in it now. It's so complete. It's a physical practice, it's a mental practice, and it's a giving, and that's the best part for me.
How do you feel, in other than teaching, just in like your own practice, how yoga finds its way into your life, in what ways?
Wow, in every way. Ever since I started, my whole being has changed. It's allowed me to find myself and to be centered and calm, even when things go awry. I know that I can always revert back to my breath, and that place inside of me that I find in yoga, I know it's there, and it gives me the ability to know that I can really heal myself.
And you feel like that's the place from which you speak from when you're teaching?
Definitely. I think I'm a very empathetic teacher because I'm not that, I'm not that. I'm on the new side, relatively speaking.
It's
to
been a
the
couple of
practice.
years almost now, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually my second year here at Kula.
Hmm.
But I don't consider, I'm always practicing. There's always goals that I want to reach. I'm not a teacher that can do all these fantastic poses. I'm still learning. I'm learning about philosophy. I'm learning about poses. I'm learning every day, including what we're doing now, which is the teacher training here at Kula with Jordan Bloom.
Yeah, so today's a big day. It's graduation day. Brings us both here. We've spent the last year with a bunch of other teachers from Kula, all just building that bond and camaraderie and everything, but also just deepening our knowledge and understanding of yoga and specifically alignment principles and therapeutic applications. And how are you feeling that this training now is going to influence your classes?
Well, this has been fantastic. I've learned, wow, just an intense amount of things in this teacher training. I got a good base of it with my training with Scott. I got a good base of alignment, but my classes are not about speed. If you're looking for a high-paced class, that's not me. My classes are about alignment and about setting up a good foundation. And I've just learned so much more about all of these things. I've dealt with some injuries, and all of these alignment things and all of these principles that I'm learning right now, again, will help me to be more empathetic than I really already am, even because they help you so much. They keep you so safe, and it'll definitely influence the way my practices will be. I think my teaching my students might find my practice a little harder, because it's not easy to set yourself up safely. But I've always been about that, rather than speed, setting up a good foundation.
I feel like that is such an indicator not only of your classes but of you. You know, you're just such a humble, compassionate person, and so much integrity. I know, like, if Mary or I go out of town, it's Melanie that handles everything. You know, you're just so reliable, and so thankful that you're part of this community and teaching here and everything.
As am I grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. And is there anything, I guess, lastly, that you would just want to share with people in general about just where maybe if they're just getting started in their yoga practice, and any helpful insights that you've gleaned along the way?
Yeah, definitely. I think of yoga as a journey. I heard another teacher say that this journey is not a business trip, that it's a sightseeing tour, and that you should enjoy the journey rather than really trying to rush into anything. And that's what I'm all about, and that's what I talk about in my classes. Just make it your own journey, not someone else's journey. For one thing, you won't like yoga because you will end up injured. So just to always take it at your own pace, at your own level, and be true to your own body and respect your own body. And then you will enjoy the sightseeing tour.
Thank you so much, Melanie.
Thank you, Scott.